The Aqua Hacking Challenge is an innovative tech competition that engages young Canadians to develop entrepreneurial skills and create solutions to freshwater issues. Through the APSC 169 course, we were given the opportunity to be involved in this Aqua Hacking Challenge and find a solution to critical water issues involving the optimization of drinking water in rural Ludhiana, Punjab, India, by implementing a filtration system to household hand pumps. The city of Ludhiana has experienced a rapid growth of industrialization over the past few decades. Ludhiana is the primary location of hosiery production in all of India. With the boom in industrialization in Ludhiana, the GDP of the state rose, accompanied by an increase in waste production, which was never efficiently dealt with. Consequently, the water quality of the Buddha Nulla has deteriorated. The untreated sewage waste is discarded into this ravine from the textile industries, Ludhiana City's sewage treatment plants, and agriculture.
The National Water Quality Program has tested for the presence of heavy metals and chemicals found in the drinking water that is being consumed by Ludhiana villagers. Sample tests have shown that many non-consumable pollutants are contaminating the groundwater. There are high levels of nitrate, lead, and mercury, all exceeding the safe limit that should be present in the water. Other chemicals, including aluminum, selenium, and phosphorus, were all discovered in the groundwater. The levels of chemicals found in the water is growing exponentially throughout the years. If left untreated, the villagers of Ludhiana will continue to suffer and face worse lasting effects, and this quality of water will no longer be consumable.
As the largest urban habitation in the business powerhouse of the state, Ludhiana conveys around 764 million liters of sewage per day, which is approximately 300,000 tons of industrial and domestic sewage to the Buddha Nulla River. This proves that Ludhiana has expanded exponentially, but there is no new waste management plan to compensate for the drastic increase in population and waste. Ludhiana today has 5 sewage treatment plants, which have a net capacity of treating 466 million liters per day of sewage, while the city generates over 700 million liters per day of sewage. On top of this, these plants don't function regularly due to equipment damage and high operation costs. Industries discharge their untreated effluent directly into municipal sewers, not only overloading the sewers but also damaging equipment at sewage treatment plants.
The presence of the heavy metals found in the water contributes to a lot of disease and even death of the residents in the city. The Buddha Nulla is the source of groundwater contamination, which is being consumed by the villagers of the Ludhiana district through hand pumps. 3% of the population consuming the water are faced with negative health effects, including nervous system and organ damage, reduced growth development, cancer, E. coli, and potentially death. The Ludhiana Municipal Corporation is failing to ensure that safe water is supplied within the households in rural communities. Various projects throughout the past years have been implemented in an attempt to clean the groundwater, but the government has not yet made progress in decontaminating and supplying safe drinking water to the residents of rural Ludhiana.
After analyzing the severely low quality of water used from the hand pumps by the villagers of Ludhiana district, our team decided to create a water filtration system that would easily attach to any hand pump outlet. The filtration system consists of 6 components. Firstly, the water inlet is a rubber tube that slides over the hand pump, allowing it to attach to all hand pumps despite their outlet size. In order to protect the rubber from wearing over time, it is covered in a protective nylon layer. A hose clamp is then used for extra support to keep it attached to the hand pump over time. The outlet is a hard polycarbonate plastic which has long-term durability, and the inlet and outlet are connected using a hose screwing mechanism. This mechanism makes it easy to replace the filter when necessary, as well as leak-proof due to a rubber seal that is added in this joint. The water will go through an activated charcoal filter infused with iron 3 positive ions, which has extremely high nitrate removal rate of 96.6% by volume. This solution will ensure that lives of people in rural villages are healthier and safer.
The simplistic and efficient design of our filters allow for an extremely low production cost of $14.31, and in turn allows for the people living in rural villages to easily purchase our universal filter and enjoy clean, drinkable water. In addition to this, with a production cost of $3.31, the replaceable filters will allow for extremely affordable, long-term use. Due to the overwhelming amount of pollution produced in the city center of Ludhiana, the pollution has spread all the way to the surrounding rural areas and greatly affected the health of the people living there through the quality of water they can obtain with their household water pumps, which is undoubtedly their main source of drinking water. Through research and the process of coming up with a solution, we concluded that the main issue of pollution in the city's industrial district was due to the lack of funding. Therefore, we produced an affordable water filter that can be fitted to any variation of water pump in order to improve the lives of the people living in rural areas. This will allow for them to have access to clean, filtered water in their own home and reduce their dependence on government-provided resources. Through this action in reducing the people's long-term dependency on the government for resources like water, over time the financial strain on the government is sure to reduce, allowing them to fix the funding gap required to solve the pollution source in the industrial area.